right, what's up, everybody? YouTube's, Instagrams, TikToks. Welcome to my stream. Another, I don't know if I'd call it enlightened masculinity. That's what I used to call a podcast. I may bring it back, but it's another live stream from here. IMC Base One Eden. I'm Yogi Chris, captain of IMC Nation, talking to you about IMC Tech, AZD, this evolution, what we're doing here in Vegas. It's astounding. It's astounding. You'd have to be aware a little bit of Vegas life, game, relationships, multiple relationships. What is a eight as a woman? What's a nine? What's a 10? What's a 10.0? And who out there is really doing something about it, like actually getting results in the game. Yet again, my relationship is saved by AZD Tech. Yet again, you don't know how valuable it is until you get in a relationship. That's part of the problem with the beginning students is you may have a couple of girls that you're orbiting. You're like a comet orbiting a bunch of different planets or whatever. It's weird. And so as soon as you start to learn Apex game, AZD style, just top of the pyramid, it's beyond alpha. It's the alpha of all alphas. In the mannerisms and the behavior that triggers female submission, that game. It's just a communication. It's a tonality. It's a frame of mind upon frame of mind upon frame of mind that results in just extreme, extraordinary dominance in relationships. Just voluntarily, with a lot of pleasure, bliss, positive creativity, energy. Like it's great relationships. It's not just like dominate the fucking woman. And so the one of the principles, I don't even know like which are principle, like just one of the main teachings that you'll get from AZD if you follow for a while is that the man's power in the relationship is simply to walk away. That's the only advantage he has. Behind that is your survival value. So she relies on you. It could be the bills, it could be her state of mind, her sanity, it could be whatever. I mean, ultimately, you're guiding her to a future. And so that future depends on you because you're the guide. So your ability to walk away is combined with the ability to forgive. So walking away is like forgetting. You forgive and forget, right? You got to be able to forget. Forget her. Forget the relationship. And at the drop of a hat, if it's a violation enough, men don't have respect at all. They don't have self-respect in relationships. I mean, that's after interacting with thousands of guys across the internet, social medias and YouTubes and everything, and hundreds of guys like intimately knowing their story and seeing their evolution, seeing their roadblocks, like where they drop off or where they plateau for a while, or where they have like strong emotional reactions to just like you wouldn't even expect it, or where they have strong emotional reactions to the same things that every guy that comes through does. So it's like a common male thing. Like all sorts of patterns in the psychology of men and women happen when I'm, running all these trainings for AZD and I'm bringing all these guys in for years and years and then communicating with so many of you on social media. These are the things I notice. Guys are not able to walk away. They, it's really like a mama syndrome. Like you'd be like leaving mom or something. And even there, you're going to need to walk away from mom eventually. Can anyone argue that as a man, you're going to have to walk away from your family if you want to be great? Like, are you going to live at home? Are you going to, if your dad was your coach, is he going to train you all the way to the Olympics? Some guys do, but then I haven't looked into it, although I've known a few, but just not that well, and I don't remember. But I wonder what happens to those guys that they get trained all the way to the top of the pyramid of their sport or whatever by their dad. Usually they get another trainer, and their dad is just always like their motivational coach or whatever. It seems like those guys really depend on the dad after that, also, just like the rest of their life. Like to be great, you're gonna have to walk away. You can use your dad as an advisor, but to be great means to outdo your parents, right? So your ability to walk away as a man, but then you'll be alone if you can't attract. And so that's why guys, they orbit girls, and when they first start to learn Apex Alpha game or whatever, some interesting things happen. It depends on like the context that they're in, but they'll polarize everybody that they are around. And that includes women. Polarizing means it like goes both ways. Some women will hate on it, some women will love it. It'll be amazing actually. You'll immediately, some women will submit around you when you learn AZD's game, when you study the programs, you get on the camps, you come in person. you'll change in a way that will it's amazing. You have to learn about frequencies, energies, and the matrix of social dynamics, the cultural matrix, because you're stuck in a position somewhere in the matrix of social dynamics, who you can influence, who looks up to you, who you look up to, who you're mating with, who gives themselves to you. And when you learn AZD game, it immediately repositions you because you're learning mindsets and sound bites from a much higher strata of the social matrix. And it makes you a little bit incongruent, but actually, guys get really good results in the very beginning because they're so innocent about it. So even though it may be incongruent, it's as if they just spontaneously said that super dominant line or they did that super alpha movement, but not like attached to the results because they were innocent. So guys get big, you know, it's like going to the gym or something. You get like big gains right in the beginning. And then you might get sore, you might overtrain, or you go, what's up? Prince in the background, sup, Simba in the background. Innocent bystanders to my fucking rifle here of communication. So I was saying guys get early gains when they learn AZD tech because they're so innocent and they just apply it um, innocently. And then as they start to get more serious about it, because they'll get some results and they'll be like, I'm going to push this further. They can, but then it starts to actually create an incongruence, a conscious, intentional incongruence where they're being a certain way. They're using pickup lines, mimicking a different character that gets a different result with women. Just that's all it is mimicking. And that's all it is naturally anyway. I mean, you would figure it out for yourself or you would mimic somebody that it succeeded with. But the way of modern human evolution with such massive education, your ability to experience somebody that's so far different from you, that's masterful at what something you want to be masterful at, versus way in antiquity, you'd be in tribes of like 150 to 300 people, and you would know who the best at, and you would gradually grow towards them and learn their ways. You wouldn't find like someone that's just so far above everyone in your tribe. And if you did, that would be a master, and you would mimic their mannerisms and whatever. But ultimately, you're going to need to find your authenticity in it. And so the principle of being able to walk away, guys will come to that where it's like the next move in the AZD method is to walk away from that relationship. She's suppressing you, you're agreeing to be weak with her. I don't agree to weakness. So that's all it is. It's a battle of wits when it comes to you get in a relationship. And the guys don't see that because they're so far from a real relationship. Maybe you're talking to some girls, maybe you're with a girl, you're in a relationship, but you're under her. So you're not really, you haven't started the relationship. She has say so in what you do. So my girl may, offend me or my ego may get bruised because she's so close to me and she can say things that affect me, but I walk away. That's just some cancer to walk away from. Or it's worse than that because it's infectious. I don't have agreement with that. When you get in a relationship with a girl where she really relies on you, we're over her, she has to submit and surrender. It's like so many things. Like, let's say in yoga, you'll stretch and breathe and stretch and relax. And as you stretch out the tension and relax, you'll start to find old injuries that were kind of hiding in they were numb, hiding in your nervous system or your mind or whatever, underneath a bunch of tension that makes you forget about what's under it. You just little clinches or injuries that you healed, but you never fully let go of like a little bit of a clinch around it. They accumulate throughout your life. The older you get, the tenser, harder you get. And so when you really relax, you'll feel something, and then that, and then oh shit. And you may not remember what it's associated with. It may not even be associated with an injury, but a lot of them are. Or like chronic trauma, like you hard on your knees, ran for like 20 years. And it's like that with your psyche. When you relax, you'll remember shit and it's uncomfortable, bro. And when you're really relaxed in your body, let's say you've stretched all your life and you're really flexible like a gymnast, but then you just relax. You let go of the gymnast training 5, 10 years later. You still have the flexibility. What happens is your joints are unstable. Everything relaxes. So when you relax your ego, your personality might actually be unstable. You're all wobbly. You don't react properly to things because you've built a shell to react acceptably. That's where you've mimicked everybody and you've built a shell of mimicry And when you relax all that, you be vulnerable, which is the same thing as being authentic. Uh, you have character flaws because of trauma, abuse, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like you'll either never live relaxed, or you'll relax and have character flaws, and then probably you'll close up again, which is what happens with guys when they learn game. Their weakness actually becomes revealed when you get in a relationship, and then you either drop out of IMC and just mends that relationship, which means going under her and living a normal lifestyle with slightly advanced techniques of communication. Slightly meaning the techniques are super advanced, but they diminish as they go into a mind that has so many toxic ways of communicating. So you learn a few better sound bites and whatever, but then gets diluted as it goes into the person's mind. But they'll always have little tricks of communication and game that they learned from AZD. But most of them will backfire because they come from a different a dominant frame. So if you're submissive to a woman and you try to be dominant, she'll entertain it, until she doesn't want to, and that's what being dominant is. Are you allowing her, or is she allowing you, really? So guys, they get on. Man, he's going around in circles. Os, Jean from Slovenia, background. Yeah, that is a lot. It's like the size of your arms.
Kilo or something.
Dang. Shit. How much of that do you think you'll eat right now?
Third, half maybe.
Yeah.
I want to have it for like tomorrow or something, so I don't have to cook every single time.
Yeah.
Efficiency.
One of the benefits of a woman.
That too.
Yeah. Every man should have a woman cooking for him. But what do you give in return besides paying the for the food, maybe?
Good sex.
Good sex. Okay, so all right.
What do you think?
Uh that with long-term guidance. I mean, the cooking will happen, in the short term. Just attraction. She needs to have a lot of attraction and devotion, I think, to keep it up for any amount of time. She may do it once in a while or, once a week or something, but if she's really gonna like something predictable that you can kind of organize your own schedule around, like, I'm gonna have food on this day or that day, it's gonna have to be some long-term devotion. She's gonna have to make her own schedule around it, you know? And it also depends if you live with her. If you live with her, then maybe it's different, but I don't live with her. So let's see. Probably wrapping it up. I think I got the ideas out. It's a shame more audience didn't see it because it was really good. But, just basically walking away, but being able to forgive the girl because there's a lot of darkness in the world, a lot of dark energies in these women. And I look forward to second and third girlfriends. I've had them before, but with much less understandings than I do now. And every time it's just like I know the next round is just going to be. But the contrasts between women and seeing how the tech plays out in different consciousnesses and is just fascinating, you know, to the mastery of this thing. Like I see last night when we go out and I'm interacting with these women, I see that I have superpowers. And then I see, man, I fucked up there, like hard. Like, how did I miscalibrate so much? Like with the showgirl or whatever, hella miscalibration at the end. I don't even remember. It was just like a tonality. I skipped a beat and then like I got like, huh?
I saw it. It's like 95% are like perfect, 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 and then 5% is failing.
Right. So how good will a computer program work if 5% is failing?
Well, 95%. There's still
No,
some bugs.
no, it won't work. It's not working. You're right. If it's a complex program for a big thing and it does a lot of functions, maybe some of the functions will work, but that's not going to get a 9 or a 10. That's going to get a 6 or a 7 because it's functioning. Those are the guys that have relationships, different guys in IMC or whatever. They have long-term relationships, but it's with garbage women. Okay, you got enough there to actually support a woman for the long term. That's I don't know if that's better than a guy that can get a 9 or a 10 but can't keep anything. I mean, obviously we'd want the 9 or 10, but there is a fulfillment in relationships and having a woman under you that's just like not available if you're always chasing women and they're never under you. Like you'll get a fine woman, but like not really ever get her. So I don't know. Would you be submissive to a 10 or dominant over a 7?
I would rather be dominant over a 7 than submissive over a 10.
Right on. What's up, Fabian? Hey guys, quick question. Fabian from Germany just arrived here. So would you rather be dominant in a relationship over a 7 or a 6, let's say a 6? You barely even want your friends to see what she looks like. Dominant over a 6, but she's with you, under you in any way that you want. Like, not just sexually, I don't mean with 7. But I mean like you tell her here, she goes here. You tell her there, she goes there. You need her to do something. She's not your slave, but she's like totally obedient to you. Real question. Totally obedient to you and aligned with you. What do you need, honey? Like, what do you need for that, this, that, whatever. Within human reason. She's again a 6 though, or a 10.0, 10.0, perfect. But you got no rules imposed on her. She's doing her way, and as long as you are not in her way, then you fuck her. You're with her, and she's not with other guys. She's not fucking other guys.
Because I got a counter question.
Well, answer my question first, bro.
Well, I would prefer the 6, but the counter question is one of both.
Okay, so what do you guys say?
I'd also prefer 6 or 7
What about a 6.0?
rather than the 10 who doesn't.
Dominant over a 6.0 or long-term banging a 10.0,
Can get
as long as you you know, she doesn't break up with you because she doesn't like what you said or did.
Me and the 10.0 would be in like a relationship or just fucking each other.
She's not fucking anybody else and she's fucking you. And you're probably not fucking anybody else because she wouldn't be down with it.
Are you able to change?
Huh?
Are you able to change 10 like your character?
I think that defeats the point of the question.
Well, well, how would your answer change if it was?
Like if you could talk to her, like if you could make her obedient, if that would be possible, I would take the 10. But if like in the thought experiment, I could only have the 6 or 7 without changing the character of the woman, I'd rather take the 6 or 7.
Okay. Does that change anybody's answers? You just agree? What about you?
I
Okay.
prefer the 6, but if it's possible, I would have both. Practice game.
Well, nothing's impossible.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cool. Interesting thought experiment. You could also is it possible to turn a 6 into a 10?
Awesome.
I don't know. Probably about as possible as you getting dominant over a 10 that's in a relationship with you that she's dominant over you. Possible though. You know? But yeah, I would go with the 6 and then climb the ladder from there. And also fuck the 10 and probably just hide it from her. To brag about the 10 to the 6, but the 6 I wouldn't. Or brag about the 10 to the 6, but to the 10 I probably wouldn't tell I was with the 6. Until, you know, it just broke my code. Like, you know, I didn't like how she treated me or something. I would, whatever. I don't know.
6 will cook for you and the 10.
She'll do whatever. Oh, okay. So wrapping it up here, the basic idea is that a man's ability to walk away is his power in the relationship, but you have to be able to attract. If you can't attract, then what are you walking away from? Is nothing. Nobody cares if you're walking away. And if you can only attract one and you walk away, then it's going to be a lot of work to keep attracting one, walking away from her, attract another one, walk away from her. Pretty soon you get discouraged and you won't walk away. You'll settle. So you need to be able to hold attraction with multiple. And part of like going out tonight, there's 2 girls that I've talked to this venue before that seemed like it was good sets. And there's maybe like a couple other half like sets. And if one of them's there, or whoever, it doesn't matter. Whoever I'm with, part of what I'll be doing is also remaining attractive to the environment while I'm with her. Keeping the environment in my mind. Whatever I was doing that was attractive to the environment, you know, positive energy, posture, a movement, maybe tipping the stage or something, whatever. You know, interacting with the friends, some laughter, who knows? Like, I don't want to lose that to the venue because I need to be attractive to multiple people. Even if a second girl doesn't come and sit with me, that has how you stoke the fire and roll today's wins into next week's wins. It's not getting lost to the environment because you go and isolate yourself in the shadows with the girl and then come back and nobody even knows that you had any positive interactions, even if you did, which you probably didn't, because if you did that, you're probably a trick because you walked away from the group and the girl was more valuable than your group. It may seem that's obvious at a strip club, and it is. That's how it goes with regular guys. But that's where we trigger the kind of the antivirus or the nature in everybody acting as a tribe when they're all used to being solos and working, dealing with solos, lone wolves, or even if they come in as a group, they just break them apart. Can be frustrating for them if they have their game, but then we got to have also social game that breaks them seamlessly, fluidly, smoothly out of their game into our game. So like the girl, there was the second girl, the second show girl that we talked to. And when she looked at me, I apologized for whatever reason. I thought she was angry at me. She was like, because I'd said something about strip club, and then she turned real, like, and back and turned around and whatever. And it was just she can deny it, but I'm almost positive that's what happened. And I was like, my bad. I didn't want to like offend you. Like, if you don't like strip clubs or whatever.
I think that's why your target blocked you.
No,
They got talking more.
no. I think at the end when possibly, possibly like you're here for clubs or whatever, that's
Yeah.
contributing to it. I think it's more the girl. Um, I think she would have let the club slide. Like, just the frame, the frames we were in. I hadn't like fully pulled her into my frame. I was just seducing her. So just talking to her in a charming, down pitch way, close proximity, knowing that her toe was on my toe. And I moved, and then she touched my toe again, the tip of her foot to the tip of my foot, my left foot. I didn't never bring it up. It was touching. She like stepped it, touching. Held it for a second. I moved. She moved again and touched again, and then I let it stay for like 60 seconds while we're talking. So we were in a deep rapport. So I didn't bother with like the whole philosophies of everything or whatever. I was just seducing her to go on a date. When we go on a date, you'll get to know me, whatever. But if I'd done that, now I know that you go on the date, you get the number, not the Instagram, because she may not approve of your lifestyle. She doesn't have enough time. It's not 2 hours in the club and she sees my tribe. It's 5 minutes on the street. She has no idea who I am. So it's just the matrix. I'm just a guy in the matrix, and she doesn't. And so while we may have primal attraction, she has so much matrix conditioning that she's not going to be able to see me. As soon as I'm gone, she'll see me through the lens of her mind. When I'm right there in front of her, she sees me through her genetics, her nervous system. I'm right there. And it's real life. So same thing with like the girl in the conflict or whatever that I'm going through. That, she's interacting with me in her mind. She's not interacting with me. I can say what I say, and I say it like that's what I'll say to the game guys, and I'll say like offensive shit. I'm not trying to offend them, but it's like whatever I'm saying is not getting through to them. So it's like I gotta get through to the person without losing myself. I'm not trying to get angry, and I don't want to get angry. Sometimes I catch myself like, man, it was like trying to get at this guy. And so, you know, that whole idea of learning to raise your words, not raise your voice, learning to speak in a way that's more potent. That's like when we go to the club, you learn to speak in a way that affects the girl when she's heard it all before. So, how do you say it in a way that is attractive? And then, later comes the ability to walk away. I mean, you always have the ability to walk away, but like another way to say walk away, because you don't actually have to physically get up and go leave, is replace her. You walk away spiritually, karmically, interconnectedly. You don't have to move. She could be here, she could be there, and you're here. And I walk away. I detach, and I just interact with another girl the whole rest of the night. And I've walked away, even though I haven't moved. So your ability to replace her. And now again, if you're with two or with one, you replace her, you replace her. Now you're with two, one leaves, you're left with one, but now you're with one. So do you replace two? So to replace two, you had to have three. You see this? So it's AZD's pushing it and he's stabilizing at three, but that means there's also four. I'm telling you, and there has been four. There's been up to six. So we've seen it maxed out with orbiting six, like in close proximity doing that. And it's really, that also includes waitresses. So they can't really join the group that much. So it's like a different kind of planet. Uh, so 4 or 5, that's the max. But he stabilizes at three, two, three. Two, I haven't seen. Yeah, two sometimes. So, but there's multiple, there's many, right? And we're all going for that to get into the mix and feel the physics of it. without losing yourself and without compromising your integrity, meaning like going for just the most hideous girl at the same time not having so much ego pride, like not going with anybody because there's just nobody that's a 10.0 for you. Because when you're next to AZD Apex, you know, everybody's attracted to him. So you're like, you're almost getting like the leftovers or whatever, but not really because he's in a different league, just like there are girls in different leagues. So he's getting girls that are maybe just not really in your league. Like you may be able to interact with her, but you're not going to submit her in any amount of practice. At some point, she's just not going to deal with you because you're not going to be able to pay her enough to deal with you, or you'll be keep paying her, trying to learn game, losing yourself to the woman who's manipulating you to fit her agenda instead of playing the field where you calibrate to multiple women's agenda. Because ultimately, the man's what's attractive to the man is what the female decided was attractive. We are molded as men by women, and women are molded by men. So men's preferences have shaped women. Right? So that's just what it is. So I am, aligning with, but the female genetics and then the female society and the female ethnicity, and then the female like political orientation maybe or social, like it gets more and more refined, and then the venue we're in and she's at her workplace, and so there's all these contexts. So the genetic code is one of those, and it's the most powerful, it's the most underlying, but you got to be able to pat your head and rub your belly and snap your fingers and juggle the ball all at the same time to play all of the codes that are running in her.
Yeah, I think I saw you do that yesterday. You were talking about like her boyfriend or husband or something. Like you still played along with her matrix minded like philosophies, but even though you like applied genetic or like she was genetically attracted to you, but you spoke to her in the matrix ideas.
Yeah, I'm interested in aligning the ideas and seeing where she's at. Because when she sees the truth that I see, then how does she react to that? But I can't just say the truth uh, because it's just too far out of reality. She won't accept the conclusions of the truth and it'll just be violating. So then I'll get kicked out of the venue or whatever. So it's revealing the truth without stating it and maybe dancing around it in interesting topics that are plausible, conversational, or whatever. And all of the tech you learn sound bites. There are some techs that are have more trainings in that, like the infield video. I should really put together something with the party audio recordings. I may have Simba do that. We'll see. Let me talk with Simba right after this ends. So we'll end it, guys. Do you guys have any questions or you want to stream really quick? Just jump on. Request it if there's anything here before I end it. So you're in town from Germany.
Sir,
How long are you here? When do you leave?
12 days.
12 days. Okay, we go out tonight. Do you have clothes to you have like night outing clothes?
Sure.
Okay. So it is 6:06. We leave at 9:15. Simba! Simba! So there should be a bathroom coordination chat. I think guys here are sloppy. I don't really. Oh, you want some education? All right. Everything. So when I lived with AZD, there was the first house for a year and a month, and then quickly another house, another house, another house. Then that last house was a condo, which was like a 4-bedroom apartment. Me and the other two guys shared a bathroom. For about 2 years, we lived there. 300 Union. And we had tight coordination on the bathroom. It was a hallway, and the hallway with the bathroom was also the same hallway that AZD would walk his girlfriends in and out. And there was tight coordination about the bathroom in the morning, about tapping in, about getting ready to go out at night, when to use the bathroom from this time to this time. And the coordination doesn't happen right before, it happens earlier in the day.
So like you schedule it like a day in advance, or it was set once and that's it?
Like if it was my wake up this morning, I would say from 6:30 to 7, I have the bathroom. If that was my wake up time, yeah. And then at night, if it's, we're going out, we're meeting at the vehicle at 9:15, I would probably say we'd have to work it out because it depends on who claims what first. But I would go with, I would be sharp. I would be 8:45 to 9:05. 8:45 to 9:05 would be my bathroom time. And I wouldn't miss but more than a minute. And so would they. Every day.
That seems
It's cool, man.
Not doing that reflects in everything else. Just like if you miss your wake up, it reflects in everything else. So
What's the wake up here? Number
you choose it. 7.
7.
Yeah. We'll go maybe like 2 a.m. tonight. So we meet at the vehicle at 9:15. So you should be showered, have energy. So I would recommend, cover your eyes with shade, listen to some soothing music for at least like 20, 30 minutes. If you do fall asleep, make sure you have some alarm set, probably by like 7:30. That's when I would, for you, start moving, loosening up, walk around outside, talk to the guys, shower, be ready, use music, dance, then do your own tap-in process. We meet downstairs at 9:15.
Alright.
And then where you'll be staying, where were those the pillow and the blanket downstairs?
so just the pillows downstairs on the couch.
Was there a blanket?
No blanket.
There's no blanket?
That's good because I brought one from the plane.
Okay, there you go. And then tomorrow we'll get you another blanket from Walmart.
Yeah, because I think Simba has some blankets.
Yeah, but they are probably used. Okay, guys. Let's see what else. And then you just have to be exposed to it. You've seen the AZD tap-in demo, the 43-minute video.
Not yet, no.
I'd send it to you. Did you see today's class?
No.
Did you request it?
Not yet. I wasn't playing. I just arrived.
Okay. Yeah.
You mean like messages class?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it yet. No.
All right. Well, I don't know what's best for you for tonight. I would even study anything else. The tap-in demo is great. I'll go ahead and send it to you. It's 43 minutes, but you got to kind of pay attention to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, check it out. I'll send that to you. That's your curriculum for tonight.
Yeah.
And then, that's it. Okay, everybody. Oh, that was a weird.